Thanks for that. Yeah, welcome everybody, and I'm here today to give you at least an introduction to the Nexus story. We'll move fairly quickly through, but we have a booth outside, so please feel free to come in and get the full story. This is obviously out on the ASX and on the company platform. Standard disclaimer and cautionary statements around the discussion that and presentation I'm about to give. So Nexus Minerals, again, we're in the eastern goldfields of Western Australia, and we've got a very experienced board and management team, just under 500 million shares on offer, on issue, and trading around the 6 cents. We raised just on $4 million, predominantly with Canaccord, a couple of months ago, on the back of going out and getting that money into the ground in the next 12 months. And that's what we've commenced in June and July post receipt of that money. And so we're well funded with that was 6.9 million at the end of September quarter. Obviously, as we drill, it goes down, but we're certainly well funded to continue these activities, and we continue to drill out in these company projects. So the West Australian Gold is Nexus Minerals, and we're intimately tucked in and around Northern Star's activities in the northeast of Kalgoorlie. So we're looking for large-scale gold deposits out there, and as I said earlier, we've made a discovery this week, so we're well and truly on our way there. And we've also got a second project, the Pinnacles project, which is a high-grade underground project as well. So it's all about gold for Nexus Minerals and Western Australia. So the projects, two of them. Walbrook is to the north of the Carosue Dam, the Northern Star's Carosue Dam operations, and that's the one I'll be speaking to first. So, Walbrook is 140 kilometres northeast of Kalgoorlie, and we're just 35 k's north of Carosue Dam, the multi-million ounce Northern Star project. 192 square kilometres of tenure there, and we're currently concentrating on a sort of 50 square kilometre central component to that. It's a big package of ground, and we've had multiple discoveries over the last 5 years there, including the Crusader Templar and Branches deposits, and certainly the geology, alteration, structural setting, everything we're seeing out there is on the basis of it hosts gold mineralisation, and that's certainly the case with a large underexplored land holding. So we're looking for a multi-million ounce gold district, and we continue to search for the big one ourselves as well. So if we're going to concentrate on the central component there, where we've made these two discoveries and reported them this week, Paynes and Godfrey. I know it's a fairly busy slide there, but it's very hard to take a large geological centre where we've done a lot of work over the last 5 years. We have 5 mineralised corridors. It's about 10 to 12 kilometres in strike, 5-6 kilometres across. And these mineralised corridors were identified through geophysics, geochemistry over the last 5 years. And they each have individual properties, but they're certainly well endowed with gold, as we've shown over the last few years. So importantly, majority of the ground are on granted mining tenements, on MLs, so that's incredibly important. And the fact that there's all RC drill ready. We've got 18 regional targets, which were part of why we raised the money, and these 18 targets are shown in the black circles, and there's a couple of sort of initial work that we've been doing there as well. So the red and the yellow dots indicate phase 1 and phase 2 of our recently completed air core programs. And in that, we've sort of been very fortunate that we've got 2 new discoveries in this Paynes and Godfrey, and we've also found that we've got still 11 of them to go. So when we raised the money, it was all around, I suppose, not getting drawn in too early to these, work out what the air core brings us and tells us, make sure we continue these 18 projects areas, these 18 prospects that we want to test, before we actually sort of go to the more advanced sort of RC drill testing, which we have done on other parts of the project area. So I won't dwell on Paynes and Godfrey because there's a lot of detail here around the results, but it's all about these geological signatures. We want the right rocks, we want the right alterations, and that's what we're seeing there, this regional gold signature. And we've got some incredibly high-grade gold there, as you can see, within a broader, which we call lower grade, which is still sort of 1.7 to 2 grams. but again, some very, very high-grade intersects. So we've got this deposit, 750 metres wide, don't know the strike length at this stage. Further air core drilling will get done there. Same with what we found at Godfrey. Slightly different, 1.2 kilometres in strike, 100 metres across, and it looks very similar to the company's Crusader Templar project, which is 600 metres to the west, and it's now sort of over 300,000 ounces there. So this looks like what Crusader looked like at the same stage of exploration. So I've been very happy with the results here, and very happy to be able to call it as a discovery with these two. And Branches was a prospect we worked our way through a couple of years ago, and you can see the sort of grades and intersections and widths that we're getting there. So I think you're starting to see that as we work our way up through the chain almost, from discovery, from air core through to RC, we continue to see the grade, we continue to see the right rocks, and we're very happy with the way this whole project area is coming together, ultimately to build a big ounce profile out here. We did an extensive amount of drilling 3 years ago at Crusader Templar, 1.6 kilometres in strike on a granted mining tenement, and ultimately undertook a mineral resource estimate there, just over 300,000 ounces. And what's significant or important about this was we undertook it using an eventual gold price of $39.50, which, as we're well aware, it's surpassed that. So our mineral resource estimate within these optimised pit shells says that this will come out of the ground and make money at a $39.50 gold price. So to move forward from a mineral resource estimate, I suppose, to sort of put some clarity around, are these good ounces? Yep, they look like they come out of the ground. Undertake a scoping study, which is what we've done, and that shows that, yeah, we can get 1.5 million tonnes out of the ground at 1.7, 80,000 ounces, make $70 million. So we started to make that sort of move that forward, and to finalise the work of the scoping study, really says, yeah, the gold will come out of the ground and make money. All right, let's go ahead and do some diamond test work to complete metallurgy, geotech, groundwater, and waste rock characterisation work, which we've done a couple of months ago. And that'll literally just show what could come out of the ground in this sort of scenario. So very happy with the way it's moving forward. And really it's all just about building the ounces in the region, making sure the ones that we discover can come out of the ground and make money. So that's Crusader Templar, and that's the Walbrook project. If we move 13 kilometres to the south of the Carosue Dam operations again, we've got a Pinnacles project, which is in a joint venture with Northern Star. Did most of the work here back in sort of 16, 17 and 18, and then revisited it again in sort of 2020. We've taken it all the way from exploration, discovery, through and doing all that work that I just described there in the scoping study. We're now undertaking an underground mine study as the gold prices continue to grow, so is the opportunity for this to come out of the ground. Having the joint venture with Northern Star, of course, is significant. We have a right to treat any dirt, ore that we bring out of the ground here, truck it 13 k's to the north to the Carosue Dam operation there, and they must take it from us. So it's a pre-existing ore sale and purchase agreement. So it takes away the concerns of, yeah, there are third-party tolling treatments arrangements available, but to have Northern Star as your partner just up the road is significantly it's a good for the project. So we're continuing with the work here now. It's at mine study stage, and we've actually we'll be releasing the results for it in the March quarter, but we're fairly confident, and hence we're actually putting in a mine proposal and a plan. So as when we are and finalise the numbers in the background, we're ready to go. And just by way of what it looks like, the images on the left, two cross sections to the south and the north, very high grade, 4, 5, 6 metres wide at 10, 12, 16 grams. And the image on the right obviously is a conceptual design that we're sort of working on in the background, and what it shows is a very simple box cut, go straight into the underground. The highest panels you'll get first, they're all sort of 10 grams plus, and we can treat it up at Northern Star's Carosue Dam operation. So hopefully to move this into production very, very quickly in the new year. So that's the Nexus story. The Walbrook Gold Project, obviously great holding, highly prospective, fantastic rocks. Crusader Templar prospect, 300,000 ounces. Branches prospect ready for a drill out, and 2 new gold discoveries in Paynes and Godfrey. We're well funded, so hence the air core drill rig continues to turn, and the Pinnacles Gold Project will provide us with some mining operation hopefully in the new year. So thank you very much, and join us at the booth if you'd like to know more. Thank you.